I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe trotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Me, 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply to your addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Nah, the mention of life well lived, for instance, give it all.
Day 3, Game 2 and more. Columbus versus Cleveland action here at the Holiday Hoopla. Gahanna Lincoln looking to protect the cap here in their own backyard. Taking on Holy Name out of Parma Heights. Brian Skoronsky here with you. I've got Travis Berardi, my sidekick. And you see the records on the screen. Don't ever let it deceive you anytime you've got one of these parochial schools like Holy Name taking on a Gahanna Lincoln. We're expecting some big-time action and obviously some great athletes.
Oh, absolutely. Holy Name coming off of a successful season 1 year ago. Looking to get back on track here as we finish the 2024 part of the year up. But if they want to, they were going to have to play some good defense because they're allowing just under 75 points per game.
That's a lot. They have lost 4 times by at least 10 points, but they can really score the basketball too, Travis, when you look at that average of over 64 per competition. So it's a squad looking for their first win. They would obviously love to get it here this afternoon against a team like Gahanna Lincoln. As we jump inside of these player spotlights. Disregard those. I'm not sure why those team spotlights say what they do, but also they're reeling a little bit. They've lost their last 3. They have been all away from home, though, so this another neutral site game. After coming off of a loss against Kaufman a couple days before Christmas, they lose to Westerville Central and Groveport Madison as well. Some tightly contested games, but haven't been able to get over the hump lately.
Yeah, they just close games, but they just have to be able to finish. They have to finish off a good fourth quarter to be able to pull this off. They've been tested. They're competitive, but you just got to put a full game together if you want to be successful, especially down in this area.
Starting lineup's just about to be announced here on the floor. And they'll start with Holy Name.
Drew Stiers, who's just now getting introduced. Offers from John Carroll and Allegheny College.
Yeah, he's got good size, 6'3", little combo guard. And they've got some veterans too. How about Braden Sloan? He's a senior, 6'4" he stands out on the perimeter. And then Aaron Riley, 6'2". He also is a member of that class of 2025. But over on this side for Gahanna Lincoln, plenty of talent. Nobody listed on our roster here has a college offer or a commitment, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to get the eyeballs of some coaches here this afternoon. I did see some tweets put out from the last couple of days where some new offers were coming in from some players that got an opportunity to be seen here at this holiday hoopla, and the Bleacher Republic doing a nice job of inviting out a lot of D2 and D3 coaches, some D1s in the building as well. So a lot of excitement here, I think, for these players to have the opportunity to be able to compete in front of some potential opportunities to go play at the next level.
Yeah. This Bleacher Republic usually does AAU stuff, but they are also putting on this holiday showcase to allow, during the high school season for some coaches, college coaches around the area and around the nation to, tune in or come in person to the Greater Columbus Convention Center to check things out.
For any of you out there watching here this afternoon, happy to have you with us. And still 5 more games on the way from the Greater Columbus Convention Center. Here we go with first quarter action. The tip kind of hangs out there at midcourt, and now that'll be squeezed here by Derek Rivera Whitfield. Strong first step in the kick out from Rogers. 3 a little bit short here from Mitchell Wheeler. Ball's loose and kept in bounds here by Whitfield.
There's a bunch of traffic turned that over.
Air ball overshot, but Holy Name comes away with it off the rip.
Both teams looking to get out and run here to start this one.
Heavy pressure on the outside, nearly forces a turnover. But the pitch over to Aiden Butler, and they'll keep this possession going. Off the screen, 3 is up, and it airmails everything. Rebound by Nazir Turner. Looking to go coast to coast, finds a little wiggle room, but he missed that one, tipped out. And how about this frenetic pace at the beginning of the game, back and forth.
Yeah, both teams going a little faster, I think, than you'd want them to start off, but that's what you get in a game like this sometimes. Just get the adrenaline back down to a good level, play your game, settle down.
Yeah, I think this is already the 6th possession that we've seen combined, just over a minute here into the action. Ball movement, hesitation, the step through, and a pretty finish. First points, Drew Stiers.
Yeah, that was a pretty move. Got the Euro. Ball movement takes it in, and right on the other end, Whitfield. Rivera Whitfield with a nice take.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous finish, too. As the pace continues to be at breakneck speeds and not any chance of slowing down here. Great read there by Stiers. Sets up the shooter, and that's a little short from long range here from Sloan. As Lincoln looking to push, get it down on the block, head and shoulders fake, and it goes through for Ryan Washington.
Nice ball fake, get the defender up in the air, knock him past you, and then lay it up and in for a 4-2 lead. You take a look at the replay.
Nice hang time right there with the hand in his face. Some full court pressure right now. Coach Tony Stabe trying to keep some heat on Holy Name right now. So come away with the defensive board. And count it.
What transition, what speed both these teams are running. But Xavier Rogers able to collect it, get the foul, now have a chance for the 3-point play.
Just a great dime right on the money. Obviously the body contact. First foul here on either side. And a chance for a three-point lay and to push the lead up to 5. The senior will bury it. Lost ball and more turnovers than points right now for Holy Name. As Rogers slips through in a friendly roll. Actually, that's Whitfield, excuse me.
Whitfield and Rogers both doing it inside the paint, and they get another steal.
Sloppy right now for Holy Name. And things starting to get away already. 9-point differential. Gahanna Lincoln, the pressure bursting some pipes.
Yeah, and Holy Name's playing into that, still playing at a pace that probably don't want to do right here.
Butler looking to slow things down as he makes the entry pass over left wing back to him. And this is always a good idea, I think, to get it in the hands of Drew Stiers. Deep three launched. Stiers tipped it away, though. So chance for some second opportunities.
Oh,
woo. Tough shot, but it lands in its hole here for Musa Sadimi. Sadaim, I'll have to figure out how to say that. I think Sadaim. What do you want to say? I didn't get a pronunciation list. Sadimi?
I'd say Christian Camargo because his Holy Name. That's
oh, shoot. Okay.
I was trying to hold off as long as you can, but you asked me for it.
Still got to get that kid's name right.
Nas Turner with the reversal.
Yeah, he
right
got
back
that right.
At you.
Step back, resets the feet. Off the backboard, and a long board here for Turner. Back-to-back hoops. Timeout.
Holy Name finally calls a timeout. Down 9. I figured they'd be taking one a little bit earlier, but Coach Patton's seen enough to try and calm his team down. They're getting some good shots, but they're just doing it at a faster pace than I think he wants them to. That's leading to the turnovers as well.
Meanwhile, really quick, inefficient pressure by the Lions. Able to bound up and down the floor. It's what they do so well, turn defense into offense. And that's why they feel like they can still be in the mix in the OCC and the Capital edition of that. Even though, tough stretch for them. As mentioned, though, they've been road warriors here of late. This is their 4th consecutive away from home. But the last couple of years, see 33 wins over the last 2 seasons, including 2 years back where they went 20-5. So, quality program.
Yep. And
looking to reach big heights yet again this year.
They fell to Walnut Ridge in the sectional semis last season. 59-40, 13-10 they were a year ago. But a nice balance to start this game. Rogers with 5, Rivera Whitfield with 4, and Turner with the last 2 buckets.
Butler looking to clear him out as he's drawn quite a crowd here in Lincoln. They like to trap up top.
Looks like they'll reset to give Stiers a chance to get a screen, but he'll just hand it off.
Baseline drive and a foul reach in. It'll be the second here on Lincoln.
And the second on Turner. Saying that he got to the baseline, but at the time he did, he bumped the Wave player out of bounds.
Have to come up top here with Stiers, looking to go one-on-one. Tried to step through a couple defenders. Didn't matter, 4 hands in his face, and he puts it in.
Yeah, what composure by him to just take it. But Nas on the other end with 3.
Senior fills it up right there, long range, good look. Holy Name can't bet it back. Just look how fast off the rebound And a blocking foul. I think this should be a shooting foul as well, with Rogers just racing back the other way.
Yeah, Camargo still moving to get into position. Like the attempt to try and take the charge, but he was a little bit late there. And it's on the floor, actually, so it was before he attempted the shot.
Let's see that one more time. I tend to disagree. Feel like he's in the elevated stage, trying to go to the rack. So Lions do have to inbound. Look to get it back up top here. And this is Musa Sidimi, the real one. Please stand up. There he is, number one, standing at the foul line, and great size, too. 6'4". Final season at the high school ranks.
Him and Nick Newman, the second tallest players on the squad behind Johnny Jenkins.
Woo!
But what a spin move he has.
Yeah, it looked like he was in the teacups out there. Off the offensive rebound, looking to reset. Call for the screen, goes opposite of it. And a little bit uncharacteristic of Roger Carter right there with the turnover.
Yeah, got a little too excited there, tried taking it by himself, got it stripped away, and it leads to a Stiers bucket.
And if they're going to compete today, they're going to need Drew to keep doing what he's doing. This kid's got to fill it up to the maximum, really carrying the offensive load up to this point. Lions still with a 10-point lead.
Also, this is an opportunity for Holy Name to get somebody else to start getting in on scoring, because you start doubling Stiers, he gets shut down, you're not going to be scoring much.
Comes down with a defensive rebound. Here's Drew left side. Give it up, short corner. And it's thrown away. Would have been a tough catch for Camargo.
The 6th Holy Name turnover here in the first quarter.
Lions cheerleaders trying to gas them up as we're down to about a minute to go here. Quarter number 1, game 2 of the Holiday Hoopla, day 3 in the nation's capital.
The nation of Ohio?
Yeah. Buddy, where else is there? This is it. You're living it, buddy. The Buckeye State is the nation. Traveling.
Steps.
Yeah, DC, take a back seat, baby.
We are just down the street from the state capitol building.
Yeah, maybe that's what I meant.
There you go.
I just saw they've got the Columbus. You see how it's got the U.S. and the star on it? It's got me feeling some type of way about where we are and just kind of the significance of this city and this venue.
I know a lot of Ohioans say Ohio against the world, so you could say it's the nation's capital.
I think I just did.
Yep.
Down off the block, turned away. Better ball movement this time by the Green Wave.
That, yeah. Quick passes, trying to find the open man. And despite not being open, Aaron Riley gets it.
Difficult shot, challenge the other way, so good opportunity here for Holy Name. They've trailed by double digits here the last few minutes to try to even trim it down more over these last 5 seconds. Got to get a shot off. They won't. The Pilfer pushing the other way comes Nevels, and no shot goes up. But a great first quarter for the Lions. They're on top of Holy Name, 18-10. See it back here. Second quarter action coming up soon.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it
round 2 of a scheduled 4 here between Gahanna, Lincoln, and the Green Wave of Holy Name. Just about to pop off here on the Bleacher Republic Holiday Hoopla from Ohio's capital, Columbus. Great to have you on board. I am Brian. Travis Barty is with me here for another fun, exciting, jam-packed day of basketball at the Greater Convention Center.
These two teams just need, like I said, you saw Holy Name run a couple good sets towards the end of the quarter, but other than that, both teams just going too fast right now. A whole 12 total turnovers combined, 7 by Holy Name, 5 by Gahanna Lincoln in that first quarter. You got to get those numbers down.
But you see how Holy Name gives up about 75 per game with what we saw there in the opening frame. They allow that running game out of the starting blocks. So the precedent has been set. Can they keep up offensively? They do score about 64 per game as well.
Yeah, down. They had a huge deficit early on. It was 10-6. They were able to get a couple buckets and get themselves back in it, but got to have to D it up.
Stiers off the cross, sets up here in transition, almost a walk. No whistle against Sloan as they get that two-man game moving here near side. Catch and release. And just not a confident looking stroke that time. You saw right away Butler was chasing it down. Lions spread them out down the lane and some contacts. Good chunk of the leather as well. And I think the Holy Name bench is a little upset about this call. What do you think, Trev?
It was on Bryant from the back. I think if he doesn't swipe at it, it's a good block. But referees, I was talking with Coach Collins yesterday on the call. Anytime you see any swiping motions, the referees are more likely going to call it against you. Rogers hits the first free throw. He's up to 6 points. 5'10" senior.
Xavier gets the Lions up to 20. And this is where they're at their best. Full court pressure off the make. And they've been able to speed up Holy Name on the regular so far. Plenty of giveaways, but a timeout taken here. Just protecting the possession for Coach Ryan Patton and his club.
Holy Name had a successful year last year, 15-9. Lost to Alliance after winning a sectional semi. They fell to Alliance in the sectional final, 61-51, up in the Northeast District in Division II. Now this year, branching out to 7 divisions. State kind of perplexed at this, but state semifinals are on 1 week. State championships are on the next weekend. So you're getting a whole week to prepare for a state semifinal game, and then you get a whole week to prepare for a state championship game. Don't know how I feel about that, Mr. Skoronsky.
Well, I certainly don't love it. That's too much time off for basketball. You would like to be able to continue in rhythm when you're practicing 5 days and then you play a game, then you got to do 5 more before you play a game. That's a football schedule, and I think OHSA eventually is going to need to look at that. They'll have to just have multiple venues, which they're already doing, but you know, it's just going to be year one, just like it is here for this holiday hoopla, and you got to make adjustments after that. You see what you got, you check your hand, and then you try to go from there. Little mishandled double comes. Zipped out, threes up, and a little too strong that time. Christopher Hyatt off target. Exciting young player. But Lincoln breaks their back as it's kind of a 6-point swing. Whitfield drops it in from the corner.
Yeah, Rivera Whitfield now with 7 points. 23-10, their largest lead of the game.
Off the pass from Stiers. Can't light the fuse with the three-pointer.
Holy Name just shooting the ball just looks a little uncomfortable at the moment. But all you have to do, they always say, just watch one go through the hoop and it could change everything.
Nice burst down the lane and the finishing ability as well. Special first quarter and a half so far here for Rogers.
Yeah, he's making things look easy when you and I would have no chance making those shots.
I'm well past my prime, though, Travis. I don't think I have eligibility left. This dude does. And like I said, Drew Stiers, he got to do a whole lot more of that to try to keep his Holy Name team in this game.
Has 9 of the team's 13 points here in the first half.
No look pass and a blow by from the corner. Now the floater, and that lands in its home for Whitfield. So this backcourt duo of Whitfield and Rogers, I mean, they are getting it done.
Yeah, Rogers in his final season, but for Rivera Whitfield, you get another year of him.
Stiers splits the gap. He'll get fouled. That's just the first here on the Lions in the second quarter. Let's go back to that last bucket. And that's a really tough rainbow shot down the lane, a hand in his face. Camargo coming from the weak side as well.
Gahanna just playing balanced basketball, playing comfortable basketball in the second quarter. Comfortable for them, I should say.
They like that up and down pace. The way that the game started definitely favored them as Camargo is able to knock one down from the corner.
And that's what you want to see now. Back-to-back threes for Holy Name. Offense starting to pick up. It's back to an 11-point game midway through the second.
Holy Name needs to start stringing together some stops, try to get back in it. Instead, they'll put a player on the free throw line, and it's the ultra-aggressive Xavier Rogers. Second foul on Butler here. And he did his best to stay out of the way. Those are tough calls, too.
It's more of a bailout than anything else.
You're not initiating the contact there. But crafty players like Rogers put you in those tough situations.
And I will say Rogers is doing a lot better job than most players shooting free throws here at this venue. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, certainly it feels like a lot of players with a depth perception have had trouble dialing it in from the charity stripe.
Heat check.
Can't drill this one off the Camargo miss. Just look how fast they're getting up and down the floor. Another good look. And a deep rebound off the carom out from Turner, who continues towards the rim. He'll have 2 free throws on the way.
And just the speed of Gahanna Lincoln. He went from 3-point line to right inside in about half a second. And it's causing Holy Name to be late getting to the hole. That's why you're seeing these fouls.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's 3 fouls now on Drew Stiers. So what a tough situation right now for Coach Patton's bunch when you take your star senior off the floor. Well, nope, he's decided he waved him off. He's like, I got this, coach. And why not? I mean, you're already down 14. You need his offensive playmaking ability. Lincoln doing a nice job from the free throw line. They convert a couple more. Largest lead that they've enjoyed so far, 15. Couple of fakes, nobody buying.
Great job by Gahanna, not jumping at these ball fakes either. They're staying down on their feet, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
Moving screen, going against Holy Name right here.
That'll be Butler's third foul. So he in the foul trouble. That'll bring in the 6'4" forward, Braden Sloan. But yeah, Gahanna very fundamentally sound on defense. You see a lot of those ball fakes by Holy Name. They're just staying down, staying on their feet, the balls of their feet, and moving with the hips instead of the ball fakes.
And for the Lions, it's easy to do when you're not knocking down perimeter shots. We see Camargo make one and then Stiers as well. Nobody else really poses any type of threat so far out there beyond the arc. A little patience displayed, but the shot missed in tight here by Nick Newman.
But another offensive board is able to flick it back outside.
Darting through a pair of defenders and laying it in goes Roger Carter.
5'10" junior. Extends this lead to 17.
Just a plethora of weapons out here for the Lions. Well short on the offering this time from Christian.
Great passing.
Yeah, just simple offense right there. Filling the lanes and back-to-back buckets now for number 13.
Yeah, textbook transition from Gahanna.
Stier flips it inside. A couple of moves and pretty finish this time for Aaron Riley.
His 4th point. Finally, Holy Name back on the board with 2 minutes left in the half.
Big minute 40 here in the second for Holy Name specifically. Can't allow the Lions to try to stretch this out anymore. If anything, you got to chip away. And this is a good start. Stiers with a defensive board, looking to push 3-on-3. Here goes Drew to the rack. Hang
That's
time.
an offensive foul.
But that's his 4th.
Yep.
Ouch. This also the 5th team foul, even though it's an offensive. So, oh, I'm sorry, just his 2nd. I thought I misheard over the loudspeakers earlier that he picked up 3. So he's cool. He'll stay out there.
That's a tough take, too, because you did have a teammate open on the other block. And when you sail like that early on, it allows that defender to just get set and ready. And that's an easy charge.
Hesitation, Nick, short corner. A little shy, but tipped inbounds to himself. Sidimi. Sidimi is how they pronounce it.
Okay. We'll go with Sidimi. Nice press breaker there.
The bench for the Lions certainly felt like this got tipped off his leg. We don't have the angle for it, but it certainly looked like that could have been the case. Riley to trigger. We'll just have to come back up top here. Camargo launches, and the eagle has landed.
Yep, ball fake. That was the one time that we saw Gahanna Lincoln go against that ball fake. Defender sailed past, and even though it was NBA range, nothing but net.
Still a 16-point cushion for the Lions. And it looks like they're content to hold for the final shot here of quarter 2. Carter handling up top. Oh, no look pass down on the block. Nice. Bricked it, though, and a chance for Holy Name. 2 quarters now in the books. Game 2, day 3 of the holiday hoopla. And Gahanna Lincoln here in their own backyard. Off to a great start. They lead it by 16. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have your halftime stats and get you all set for quarter number 3. You're enjoying live high school basketball from the Greater Columbus Convention Center.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready
welcome you back inside of the Patelli Grand Ballroom for the Bleacher Republic Holiday Hoopla. It's your halftime show, and you see the Lions with 37 points. They lead Holy Name right now by 16, but still 16 minutes of action yet to come. I am Brian Skoronsky. Travis Berardi is here with me as well. And these Lions, man, they are fast. They are untamed when they get out there on the break. And right now, that's why they're really enjoying this big lead. Defense converted into offense has kind of been their specialty.
Yeah, and you know what? They slowed things down in their terms in the second quarter. As we take a look at the halftime statistics, they only have 5 turnovers, and those 5 turnovers came in the first quarter. So they got back to slowing things down on their pace, and they've been shooting pretty well in that second quarter. A 19-11 quarter, 14 field goals, 2 of those threes, and they are a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line. As for Holy Name, they started to get something going. They had 3 threes in the quarter, 11 points, but other than those 3 threes, not much else doing. They have to slow things down. They have 10 turnovers already. Slow things down, get to their pace. They did have a couple good possessions where they were able to pass the ball, get some good passes, get an open look. But other than that, they have not been able to do much.
Things look a little bit rushed. You can tell that they don't have a premier confidence scorer on offense outside of Drew Stiers. They need to find somebody that can step up and knock down some threes. Drew's drawing a crowd, obviously. He's got the college offers. John Carroll, Allegheny College as well are on him. So he's the guy that's stirring the drink around here. He does have the 2 fouls. Can he do enough to try to make things interesting for Holy Name in the second half? Won't be able to do it by himself. Teamwork makes the dream work. Maybe someone like Camargo can step up, knock down a couple of pivotal threes. We saw Braden Sloan, Aaron Riley as well in that first half, at least show that they are interested in trying to be some playmakers for them. But for Holy Name, it all kind of boils down to how much can Drew Stiers really carry on his shoulders in the second half to try to get his team back into the game.
Yeah, and Christian Camargo continued to hit from beyond the arc. He hit those 2 threes. He has a 2. 8 points for him, 9 points for Stiers. And that's pretty much it. Aaron Riley did have a couple good looks inside, but got to get some balance, got to get a couple other players into this one if they want to even have a chance of getting back into this game, because there's balance on the other side. Rogers, 5 of 5 from the line, 11 points. Rivera Whitfield, 9 points. Nas Turner, 9 points. So you see who has the balance.
Little hesitation by Butler after that tip. And it allows Rogers to go collect it. He'll set up the 3, and that's a good sign here for Turner and company to start off this third quarter with a bang.
Second 3 of the game for Turner. Into double figures, back to a 19-point game.
Yeah, largest that it's been here at any point here this afternoon. Holy Name looking to trim it back down. They'll find Stiers, and he answers right away.
Good answer by Holy Name, but now they got to pick it up defensively.
Washington triple team still put it up, and they are just eating on that offensive glass.
And a turnover.
So the Lions give it away. But they've been able to produce quite a bit here just off of this full court pressure and the man-to-man. Like to run and gun and trap. Not this time. The 3 from the corner. Misfired from Daniel Stibley.
And here's that speed once again by Gahanna Lincoln.
Catch and release. Nothing but net for Mitchell Wheeler. And all 6 points here for Gahanna. Coming from beyond the arc.
The 6-foot junior gets in on the action.
Stiers, step back. No bueno.
It was that little hesitation on the step back that threw him off.
Whitfield, acrobatic show right there. Looking like we're at the Barnum and Bailey circus. That was pretty sweet. Meanwhile, the active hands, the giveaway. Here comes Rogers, pushing the tempo, the pull up, and drips it in.
Stop, pop, balance.
Tigers or Lions rather, super hungry here in this. They got 10 points already.
They're playing like Lions and Tigers right now.
You know, I think the liger probably is one of my
Liger.
favorite animals just because of the preferred skills and magic. As we get that tipped away, or
You must be a fan of tater tots too, right?
only when they're in my pocket, buddy. Don't you try to ask for them either. Another look at that last pull-up sunk in by Xavier Rogers. Really complete offensive weapon for Gahanna Lincoln.
Oh, and they're going to get on Wheeler. That's the first miss by Gahanna Lincoln today.
Yeah, 7 of 8 so far. And to your point in that second quarter, it's the only team that's really had great success from the charity stripe here in this venue. Kind of tough for the old eyes to adjust. Wheeler's able to do it, though. Splits the pair as he drains the second.
But as I've been saying all weekend, there's one other place where you need your eyes to adjust. That's University of Dayton Arena.
Yes, sir.
And that's a little bit bigger stakes in that one.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger all the way around. While this is a very cool venue, not sure exactly the capacity. It looks like they brought about 1,000 chairs in or so. Maybe a shade more. It's going to be the first on Washington and the first on the Lions here in quarter 3. Comes the senior Camargo, looking to get them in their half-court set. Wheeler applying the pressure.
Trying to get Stiers open on the right side.
He was able to get a clean look for Riley straight away. And now Rogers end-to-end hang time. Can't sink it. And now Stiers, man, that nice low dribble. Left hand. Not that time with the floater.
That was a good setup. Looked like they were getting ready to take the charge again and force Stiers to kind of move off to his left.
Off the double team, really late getting out on the shooter. Rogers snipes one from long range.
Third three already of the quarter for Gahanna Lincoln. 27-point lead.
Yeah, just really looking to bury Holy Name right here in this third stanza. But they do have a nice sign right there. Oh, just a long 2 here for Aaron Riley.
Nice ball fake, but can't cash it in.
Green Wave looking for back-to-back hoops. Try to trim down this deficit. Strong take. How about an and one?
Aaron Riley starting to show out. 4 quick points in the first 4 minutes, also 4 in the first half.
Nice sign here for Holy Name. Just when it looked like they were going to be left for dead. Trying to find a 5-0 run here.
First free throw attempt by Holy Name.
A lot of their offense they've been trying to get from the perimeter. As it's another wide open look, and come on, guys. You got to get out, get a hand in the face of Whitfield and Rogers, who have done their thing. And for Coach Tony Stave, he sees how it's going out there. They're going to do a clean hockey rotation, 5 in, 5 out.
4 different players hit from beyond the arc. All in the second half as well for Gahanna Lincoln. Balance. And not only that, but shows that these players can play inside and out. It's really tough to guard when you have that many.
Down the lane, Stier poked away, recollected. Off the hop step, they'll set him up, and he's able to put it home.
His third 3, 15 points.
doing about all he can, about all half of the offense, as that's just a pretty step through right there. And it's
Sidemi,
Musa.
yeah. I mean, that's a textbook step through, too.
Meanwhile, Drew got a lot of bodies around him.
And again, it looks like Holy Name's just running too fast in their set. Nearly turned it over a few times.
Stiers nearly tried to go back-to-back from long
man,
range.
Wow.
Nice stuff right there. Just a little sliver, and he enters through the window. Dipsy-doo for 2.
He shows why he's the lone player out there on the court with offers from the next level.
Nice strong take and limited restraint there as Newman.
Hello, Newman. Welcome to the game. 2 points for him.
I thought this was just dribbled out of bounds by Riley. Yeah, nobody touched it there. So a break here by Holy Name.
Holy Name, a few tough losses this year. 63-59 to Canfield. 61-59 to CVCA. 73-65 to Padua Franciscan. Still looking to get off the schneid.
Yeah, Padua actually just got him, last night too, I think. So 0-2 this year.
2 nights ago, yeah, by
against the
20.
Bears. Get a foul here on the bump. It'll go against Christian Camargo.
They're actually going to give Jawan Bryant the foul.
Interesting. Second team foul for the Green Wave. And boy, are they just raining from long range. This is Campanelli, the latest.
That one toilet bowled around, went through. And the three-point shooting exhibition continues.
And a foul off the double team as Musa came over to apply some pressure. Lincoln on pace here to score about 85 points. I believe that would be their high total on the season.
Yes, by
Quite
almost
a bit.
20.
Yeah, they only average on the season 52.5. It's a great defensive team. Sub 48 is what they allow on the reg. 2 looks for Stiers. Both come away empty-handed. Musa with the kick out, another 3. This one rattles off for Campanelli.
Oh, great save. Almost turned into points for Gahanna. Now other end, though, for Holy Name.
And they'll get a 3 and a timeout. 24-16, you see Gahanna Lincoln controlling this third quarter of action.
It's been Stiers and Riley, all the scoring in the second half. 8 points for Riley, 8 points for Stiers.
Riley, also a senior along with Drew. Backcourt mates, looking to make the most of their opportunity down here in Columbus. Coming from Parma Heights. Probably about a 2-hour drive to make their way here to the state capitol. And for Gahanna Lincoln, pretty short trip. Get to downtown Columbus.
And it's looking good for the Columbus schools. They were down 8-4 after 2 days. They got the opening win. This is to get it to within 2 with 4 games remaining.
Yeah, needed a perfect day today. And they've got some chances.
Our final game, yours and mine, Hilliard Bradley taking on Youngstown Ursuline. Holy Name with a little bit of a trap there.
Overshot, offensive rebound secured though by Campanelli. And they are just not defending the three, so Musa lets loose.
I know sometimes you're not supposed to shoot the three, but when you're that open, might as well.
Though I've also heard from Coach Collins, if you're that open, it's usually for a reason.
I would have taken the shot. Probably would have been the same outcome, but.
It's Jawan Bryant on the free throw line. Don't believe he's scored yet this afternoon.
You are correct, sir. But now he has.
Take a look at what got him here. Just a nice pass inside. And then the bump in the body. Roger Carter drawing the personal foul. 4th team foul on Lincoln, so none to give, but only 20 seconds to go here before we reach money time. Lead back down to 22 as the reserves here for Lincoln. Looking to close out the frame with a couple of points or maybe even a three. Here's Musa. And he'll try it straight away, back iron. And that is how the third quarter will end. The Lions, though, in total control as they head to the fourth. 61-39, they lead. The holiday hoopla continues here from the Greater Columbus Convention Center with Money Time arriving here this afternoon. Holy Name in a big hole. They've got the basketball, not for long. Tipped in the hands here of Johnny Jenkins getting his first action, 6'5" junior. This dude's played plenty and has had a huge game, Xavier Rogers, but he misfires from long range this time.
Few candidates for the Gahanna MVP as Camargo is going to go to the line.
Christians played hard here today. You know, and a lot of veterans on this team for Holy Name. A little surprising, honestly, that they're off to this 0-7 and soon to be probably 0-8 start when you look at the likes of Christian and Bryant, Drew Stiers, Butler, Aaron Riley, all in their final season. And this is a team that can score. Just really having trouble with the defensive end and trying to slow down the transition game. That stampede of the Lions, it's been tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for Holy Name, especially when some of your worst aspects of your game is defending transition with this team. It's just so fast to get back down the other end of the court.
And a welcome sight on the schedule for the Lions, coming off of 3 straight defeats, all on the road as the big fella lets it go down. It's Jenkins.
10th different player to get in on the scorebook for Gahanna Lincoln.
Short on the catch and release for Christopher Hyatt. And just rumbled the other way.
Beautiful pass ahead to Rogers.
And Rogers a bit shaken up after this finish. I mean, when you're moving at Mach 10, that contact's going to hurt in Stiers. Amazingly, was not called for a foul there.
Yeah, I guess they're getting incidental contact going through. I don't know. See?
I mean, he
I mean,
landed
yeah.
on top of
Yeah.
him. That doesn't seem very incidental
Yeah.
to me. It is 4-0 the start here for Lincoln in quarter 4. And they have led from start to finish, folks. 18-10 first quarter lead, 19-11 they outscored them in the second. As this bomb is dropped from the corner. And Christian Camargo with another three-pointer.
He's into double figures with 11, but right back at you.
Didn't take long to match it. It's Joey Nevels.
Number 11 player into the scorebook for Gahanna.
Mid-range jumper. Came off the hand a little odd there for Butler. And you got to defend down there. I mean, there have been a lot of holes in the defense today for Holy Name. Steyer somehow alleviating the pressure. Switch to his left hand midair, and it rattles out. Here comes Roger Carter running the show. Hands off for Campanelli. Halfway home, won't flush down. Holy Name now with a transition bucket. It's Christian putting it in with the right hand, left side.
Back-to-back buckets for him. His lone 5 points of the second half.
Oh, great look, but an even better block. Camargo undersized in there. But he comes away with it, and now he'll get fouled. He's got a nice stretch going here the last couple minutes. But how about this, Trav? Woo!
Yeah, get that out of my house.
Jenkins listed at 6'5", so 7 inches below. But he bound up high enough to catch a clean piece.
And if you're head coach Ryan Patton, you got to be proud of the effort of Camargo here in the fourth quarter. This game's out of hand, but he's still going full go.
Steyer's matched up outside here with Landon Shearer. Camargo heat check. Strong rebound secured by Jenkins. Now Shearer sends ahead. Saved inside. Nice play by Nevels. And 2 more points for Campanelli.
Interesting Euro step he took there, but maintained the pivot foot, didn't walk, and was able to score.
Bryant with the head of steam. Return to sender, says Roger Carter.
Mr. Carter in there with the block.
And there was the latest 2 points. You're right. Just kind of a slippy, slidey two-step through traffic.
Slippy, slidey two-step. I like that.
Could be a hip-hop track.
Mr. Carter could be really good on that.
Yeah, I got to get some contacts there. Another 3 reined in by Holy Name. Starting to heat up here offensively. This is Hyatt. They leave shooters alone time after time. Don't pay here from Joey Nevels.
Offensive foul.
So go on Drew Steyers. It's his 3rd. And a nice job of absorbing the contact there by Joey Nevels.
Now my question is, did Christopher Hyatt and company stay at the Hyatt?
Well, he should have some connections.
Because it is connected right here to the convention center.
Now, I did stay at the Hilton connected here last night. Gotta say, great experience. Very cool hotel. Treated well down here at the Greater Columbus Convention Center all weekend. And that will treat this gentleman well. How about Shearer? So Coach Stabe deep into his bench, and everybody contributing right now.
Just an all-around nice win here for Gahanna Lincoln, coming off of a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, this is how you want to end 2024 if you're the Lions. Foul before the shot. It came on the pass. And it'll go on Jawan Bryant. Or Jawan Bryant fouled, rather.
Yeah, Gahanna started off. Wins over Central Crossing 53-44, 68-33 over Mifflin, 56-54 in OT over New Albany.
Big
but
win.
Then 3 tough close losses: Groveport Madison 48-41, 56-47 to Westerville Central, and then a 1-point defeat on Christmas Eve to Dublin Kaufman.
Slow roller on the ground, and Shearer's not able to scoop it up.
However, Gahanna still 2-1 in the Ohio division of the OCC. You call that the Nation division, right?
Yes, sir. It's got to be one of the biggest conferences in the country. So many teams, so many layers. It's like an onion on that thing. And plenty of quality teams. One more foul will put Holy Name into the bonus as it's wholesale substitutions here.
I will say, Coach Tony Stibe, I don't know if he knows it or not, but you do not take timeouts with you. Not needed to take one here today. That's how good his team has been playing after, you know, that, I wouldn't say sloppy first part of the first quarter, but just, you know, 2 teams playing a little bit harder than they should. Not harder, but faster.
Yeah, it's a little frenetic out of the gates for sure. The Lions handled it, though, much better than Holy Name. That's why they got off to the big start. And they have never trailed in this. And fighting after every loose ball as well. So the 50-50s have been more slanted, probably about 60-40 in favor of Gahanna Lincoln. As it gets pinged around. And,
Oh!
Hey, look what I found.
Newman again.
This is the future for Holy Name basketball out on the floor right now. A few of the younger players getting an opportunity to compete here in this holiday hoopla.
Yep, JV players, because they're not on my roster.
And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a 15, but he's able to bury it.
And
Nice
the
shot from
PA
the
announcer doesn't have the roster either. Just a 3-point basket. I don't know. Whoever you are, number 15 out there at Holy Name,
We salute you.
you're on there.
In the scorebook. Strong first step all the way to the rack. James Baldy with the points.
And you love seeing these younger players score. Well, he's a junior, but the whole bench, the varsity players out there going nuts for those buckets.
In a really veteran Lion team, everybody on the varsity roster, junior or senior this season. Few sophomores out there right now for Holy Name.
Trying to get their open look here.
Closing 45 seconds, game 2, day 3 at the Hoopla. Last touched here by Gahanna Lincoln.
So after this one, it'll be 8-6, everyone, versus Columbus City. With 4 games remaining. Brian and I will have one more before we head off into the sunset to the New Year's break.
And in wintertime, it probably will be about the sunset when we get out of here. That's the bummer of it. Being wintertime and 4 p.m. and all of a sudden it seems like the darkness starts creeping in. But that's life.
However, we're on the way back up the ladder. Days are getting longer.
Hey. There's Jenkins climbing the ladder for rebounds, and the Lions likely be able to run it out here.
Nope.
Unless they get pressured, and they do. Regained possession here by Shearer.
Ooh.
Holy Name going to battle to the final whistle. And that's what you love when you got these JV kids out here. It's like, man, if I'm only getting 2 minutes.
I'm going to take a shot.
Yes.
I thought, take it.
Gotta
Take it.
unload the tank.
Nah,
not for
good
the Lions.
sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship.
Impressive start to finish victory here for Gahanna Lincoln. Your final score, 78-51 over the Green Wave. If you stay with us, you will hear from an MVP from each side. You gotta assume it's Drew Stiers for Holy Name. For Gahanna Lincoln, there's a few different players that really had some outstanding afternoons. Let's see. We'll keep it here. Xavier Rogers. Whitfield was great.
Turner. It's going to be Whitfield. Rivera Whitfield.
So you'll hear
14
from
points.
Yeah, you'll hear from him. And Drew Stiers coming up on the other side. And Travis and I will close things out here with your final stats. Stay with us. return now with our co-MVPs. First from Holy Name, Drew Stiers. Nice performance for you, a team-high 17 points this afternoon. And hasn't been the season that you guys wanted so far out of the gate, but obviously you're having a great season as an individual. If you could just talk about what you feel like you bring to the table, because it looks like there's a lot on your shoulders out there with this team.
I mean, we're trying to do everything. We've had a rough stretch here down to start the game or start the season. I mean, we just got to rally together, and it's not even halfway through the season, so it's a long season. It's the longest scheduled season of any sport. So I mean, we just got to rally together and come together as a team.
A lot of seniors on this team, so just describe kind of the brotherhood and what you guys have internally with the Holy Name.
Yeah, I mean, this team's all new. We have 3 returning varsity players. One of our players, number 1, Christian Camargo, he was out last January, so he hasn't played since last January. And other than 3 seniors, it's a whole new team. Like the rest of them were JV last year. So this is our first season really playing together. But we've been together since freshman year. So like we got to come together. We got to get players meeting. Like, look, we got to change this season around.
Well, coming from Parma Heights down here to the convention center, you get an opportunity to go head-to-head with the Columbus school. What did you like about this opportunity in this setting?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I love this setting. Big. I mean, all the media's here, so I mean, it's time to shine. But fortunately, we didn't get the win. But come back. We play Friday. It's a tough one Friday. Another one.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier as we flip over to 2025. And talk to me about 0-8 start, but you said not even halfway through the season, so there's still a lot to be learned about this team and what you can do moving forward. So in what ways do you feel like, as the veteran leader of this team, you can try to elevate your guys and expect more from them as you turn the calendar?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get energy from the bench because we watch all these other teams down here and not count out the bench at all. I mean, we're all one team. It starts on the floor and then goes to the bench. We've been watching teams down here, like they're getting rowdy, and we look at our team like we're down a little bit. So I think we got to pick each other up when we're on the court and on the bench because bench players, they're still part of the team. They all matter. Everybody matters. From one end of the bench to the other, we all matter.
Well, appreciate what you guys brought all 4 quarters here tonight. An exciting team, and looking forward to seeing how you grow moving on deeper into the season. But before we turn you loose here, go ahead, look at the camera, and just shout out anybody you want.
Yeah, I mean, shout out my mom and dad always. Like, thanks for bringing me down here, but yeah, I mean, also shout out to my team, coaches, everybody who's brought me down here. So great opportunity and great venue.
All right, from the Green Wave, your MVP, Drew Stiers. Appreciate the time, buddy.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time down here in the Cap. We still got one more coming over from Gahanna Lincoln. Let's have a little side conversation. Derek Rivera Whitfield jumping on the headset now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, congratulations getting a win. I know that the last 3 games weren't what you guys wanted, and especially the last one coming down to the wire. So to get that winning feeling and the vibe going again, how satisfying was it today?
It was real big. We needed this one. It was one that it was a must-win. We had to get this. Our last, like how you said, started out the season 3-0, and then we lost 3 games. We knew we should have never lost, but it happens. You can't do nothing about it now. And we just got to focus on the rest of the season. We'll start game by game. This one we had to get it.
I love the dynamic of your backcourt. You guys are always trying to push the ball. You and Rogers, I think, are a nice 1-2 punch. So just talk about that and how you try to combo off of one another.
Yeah, it's been a thing that we've been working on from the summer. You know, me, Nas, and X. It's when we're all on, it's very hard to stop. Very hard to stop. And it's been something we've been working on this season. We had a game. We played New Albany, and we were all on. It was a great win. And we've been inconsistent a little bit this year, but this game we showed it. And like I said, that was our 7th game of the year. We got like 14 regular season left, and when we're all on, it's hard to beat us, real hard to beat us. So yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 right now in the OCC. Really tough conference, very deep, of course. Do you guys feel like obviously you're going to be one of the front runners when it's all said and done?
Yes, of course. That was our main goal, win OCC. We're down a game, again, a game we knew we should have never lost, but hey, it's going to be tough. It gets tough for OCC. You know, we're almost through the comp. We've almost played everybody one time. I think we have a couple more we got to play, but those second games against the teams are hard. So yeah, it's a very tough conference. No games are easy, but they're fun, real fun game.
Always that. You have that to look forward to. This particular game in the setting in the holiday hoopla, Holy Name, probably not normally a team that would end up on your guys' schedule. So getting a chance to play a team out of Cleveland like this at this venue, what did you like about it?
It was cool. We were before the game and even on the bench, we feel like we're in an AAU game. It was just because felt like we're at the Drew Joyce, the convention center, just to look. Yeah, and it was fun. The court's real grippy. My shoes are kind of slippery, but the court helped a lot. And yeah, it was a fun court. Liked it a lot.
All right, man. Well, it looked like 14 points for you, kind of leading the way, a couple of threes. Congratulations on being the game MVP. Before you go, look in that camera. Shout out anybody that you want.
I shout out a trainer, like a brother to me, Genesis Battle. He shot me a text yesterday saying, step up, you know. Like I said, we're on a 3-game losing streak, and little motivational speeches, you know, he's never satisfied with me. So, yeah, I took that in last night, like right before I was about to go to sleep. He texted me, and it really soaked in with me for a little bit. So it's up from here.
All right, Derek, taking it to heart,
Yeah.
getting the win, back in the good juju with the victory here today, your MVP. Post-game coverage continues live here at the Holiday Hoopla. The second of 6 scheduled games now in the books, and an excellent performance today by the Lions as they handled business against the Green Wave with a 78-51 victory. Brian Skoronsky here with you alongside the great Travis Berardi, and pulling up here and just detailing Gahanna Lincoln just straight out the chute. They throw up 18 in the first. High-scoring team, high-octane today anyways against this Green Wave squad, and a team that only puts up about 52 per game. You know, we're really enjoying an offensive outburst that they got to be pleased, and you heard from Rivera Whitfield. It sounds like they didn't feel like that 3-game losing streak was anything that they're going to get accustomed to, back to their winning ways.
Yeah, and it was a balanced attack. 18 from Xavier Rogers, Rivera Whitfield with 14, 12 from Naz Turner, and then a lot of 4s, 3s, and 2s because everybody on the roster that's given to us scored for Gahanna Lincoln.
How about
that?
it?
Is a team effort, and that's something that head coach Tony Steib could be happy with moving forward as we take a look at those final stats. 31 field goals, 8 threes. Green Wave, they hit from beyond the arc in the second half as well, but the field goals inside the paint were not just dropping for them.
33-19 rebounding diff, though, obviously with the misses for the Green Wave. Those are going to add up. I just love the way that the Lions push the basketball. They've got a very talented backcourt. They got about 3 different dudes that can really spin it off of the glass, take it into the lane. Should be an exciting team to keep an eye on in the OCC. And like we heard from Derek, he feels like they're going to be a conference frontrunner when it's all said and done.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said during the second half, their 3 losses were close losses to Groveport, Madison, Kaufman, and Westerville Central. And Westerville Central is the lone defeat that they had in conference. So they still have an ability to win a conference championship, just get better and, you know, maybe make a run to a venue kind of like the one we're in right now.
Got a play coming up on Friday. Licking Heights, another quality team for the Green Wave, looking to get off the schneid. They'll have to do it against Notre Dame. So, tough schedules, obviously, for both of these teams. And when you play in the divisions that they do and the conferences, of course, I mean, that just comes with the territory. And you got to be prepared night in, night out. But it's part of the fun, and I think that these kids, they enjoyed the experience that they got down here, seeing somebody that's a little bit different, even though a quality opponent.
Yeah, and it's always this invitational. It makes every team here better because you're going to play quality competition no matter who it is. And you're going to see something that you normally don't see as well. So it just gives the coaches a different look at to see how your team is doing, and it gives you that atmosphere of a tournament midway through the year.
This puts a bow, though, on the second game of the day here from the Greater Columbus Convention Center. Big win for the Lions as they get above 500. Holy name still trying to get off the schneid as they dip to 0-8. Coming up next, we've got Youngstown Ursuline, a state championship contender with a lot of pieces back from a team that went to the state finals last season. But Hilliard Bradley looking to hold it down for Columbus. They're 2-0 so far on the day. Can they make it 3 straight? Find out with me and Travis. We're on the call coming up in about 24 minutes from now. Shout out to Jory Hollenbeck, our top cam operator, giving you all the good shots, and to the Bleacher Republic, allowing us to be here today. Travis and I will see you guys, like I said, here in about 20. So long for now.